Hi everybody, I'm East Coast Pete. Welcome to my show, Lest We Forget, Ronnie Montrose. One of the most influential guitarists in American hard rock, America's answer to Led Zeppelin. Ronald Douglas Montrose, born 1947 and 2012, he led the bands Montrose and Gamma and played as a session artist on albums by Van Morrison, Herbie Hancock, Boz Scaggs, Edgar Winter, Gary Wright, the Beau Brummels, Sammy Hagar, and more. You know, I really like a couple of those Beau Brummels songs. Born in San Francisco, but spent his younger years in Denver. At 16, he left home to pursue a music career back in San Francisco in 1963. This was 5 years before the pivotal Summer of Love in '67. Too much too soon. First band Sawbuck signed by Bill Graham's Fillmore Records. After one album, Montrose joined with Van Morrison for his Tupelo Honey album, which made the singer, them, a well-known solo artist. Talking about Van Morrison, not Ronnie Montrose. Montrose played on hits Frankenstein and Free Ride. Again, his cohort gets all the attention. He formed his own band Montrose with Sammy Hagar in '73. First album Montrose had little impact on the charts, but songs would later be covered by Iron Maiden, Van Halen, Motley Crue, and Stiff Little Fingers. Here are the songs. 1. Rock the Nation. Except for Hagar, this is excellent. 2. Bad Motor Scooter. Sammy's better. This is kickin'. 3. Space Station number 5. Got a weird intro, but the best cut so far. 4. I Don't Want It. It's about substances. 5. Good Rockin' Tonight. Hooks and riffs without the noodles. 6. Rock Candy. You're hard, sweet, and sticky. 7. One Thing on My Mind. Hopefully legal. 8. Make It Last. Isn't that ironic? It is life, but not Ronnie's. The album sold 1 million copies, but took several decades to do that. Bassist Bill Church left, replaced by Alan Fitzgerald. Next album, Paper Money, was an attempt to broaden the sonic range of the first album, sacrificing the raw crunch that the first album featured. The album charted to number 65 in the United States. Here's the songs. 1. Underground. It's about death. 2. Connection. This is a Jagger Richards cover. It's nearly unrecognizable, but that's not the point. 3. The Dreamer. This is not Roger Hodgson's song by the same name. 4. Starliner, an instrumental. Suspense. It's like a countdown. 5. I Got the Fire. The singer is not going to make a commitment. A warning. 6. Space Age Sacrifice. To make way for the new, we all have to die. 7. We're Going Home. Hope springs eternal. Maybe. 8. Paper Money. Missing the gold standard. Fiat currency sucks. Montrose is ahead of his time. That's what I really want to stress here. Montrose is ahead of his time in so many ways. During the tour, Sammy Hagar got red in the face and quit. Bob James replaced him. Jim Alsever came on keyboards. Montrose was miffed when Hagar replaced or actually joined Van Halen. In 1975, Warner Brothers presents Montrose. You know, Van Halen was pretty good. Then David Lee Roth left. I understand it was a big problem having him in the band, but Sammy Hagar did not replace Van Halen's singer David Lee Roth. He never could, never did, never will. And Van Halen has got some pretty famous noodles, if you ask me. That's what East Coast Pete has to say about Eddie Van Halen and Sammy Hagar. Anyway, back to Montrose. 1975, Warner Brothers presents Montrose. 1976, Jump on It. Bassist Alan Fitzgerald left, replaced by Randy Joe Hobbs, but the tour had Montrose without a bass, and the parts were performed by Al Seaver, Doors style, on the organ. These two albums proved to be Montrose's peak. Of particular significance was Ronnie's personal anti-drug, anti-alcohol stance extended to his band for performances, and we need more Ronnies. He saved rock. Here are the songs: Matriarch, Demon Woman. It's almost heavy metal. It's that far away from heavy metal. 2, All I Need. This is a prog worthy of Styx or Argent. Open Fire album. 3, 20 Flight Rock. That's the Eddie Cochran song. Montrose composes for a full orchestra for Whaler. This is Pink Floyd. 1/2 point taken for The Hunt. Don't really like when whales were hunted. It was unnecessary. Japan should really stop doing that in 2020. Have they? Whales are cool, man. Let them live. 5, Dancin' Feet. It's a 12 bar with extended turnaround. I love me some extended turnaround. 6, Oh Lucky Man. This is the Alan Price song. I'm going to add a 1/2 point for doing this song at all. If you ever saw the movie, wow. The pig man, you know. 1.5. Wow, this is an A+. It's a Birch Jansch sound. Notice I didn't say Jimmy Page. B, Clown Woman. Too much makeup, maybe? Southern rock sound. And then Black Train. Rocks, rocks, and rocks some more. Check out the movie poster sleeve art. It's amazing. Bob James left, and Montrose the band ended. Montrose the man surfaced a year later with a solo instrumental album titled Open Fire, 1978. Montrose also worked with jazz fusion drummer Tony Williams in 1979, with Jim Alseaver, Alan Fitzgerald, drummer Skip Gillette, and Scottish vocalist Davy Pattison. Montrose launched a new band called Gamma, with a prog hard rock approach. 2 albums were released. The single I'm Alive reached number 60 in the US. Gamma 2 did no better. Something in the Air, Thunderclap Newman cover, went out as a single. It was not a hit for Ron. Then in 1987, saw a new Montrose band with new members: album Mean went out without fanfare. Ronnie reunited with the band's original lineup to back Sammy Hagar on his Marching to Mars album in 1997. And that was pretty good, Sammy. Pretty good. Got over that Van Halen thing, and now you're doing your own thing. Heavy Metal Sammy, yeah. In 2012, after years battling prostate cancer, Ronnie took his own life. He was 70. Surprisingly, he drank himself to death, seemingly on purpose. You know, alcohol can be a poisonous substance if you have enough of it in your system. Just look up John Bonham if you want to know more about how that works. Montrose is mostly remembered from his early days, being one of the first American hard rock acts to challenge Brit superiority in the 70s. It was possibly the first time an American band could be called heavy metal. Blue Cheer and Steppenwolf were more hard-edged blues rock or psychedelia. Montrose had almost died of an amphetamine overdose while on tour with Edgar Winter. He took the hint and adopted sobriety as a way of life. And like I said, bands are easy, but life is hard. Here's Jump on It in 76. Slide on Slide. 2, Let's Go, What Are You Waiting For? 3, Santana Sound. It's instrumental. 4, Music Man, that's a tribute. 5, Jump on It. It's a little too sexist for East Coast Pete or the year 2020. So maybe we'll cross that one off. No jump on it. Don't be jumping on it. 6, Rich Man. Half point off for Glorifying Desire. Let it go. 7, Crazy for You, which is a ballad. And 8, Merry-Go-Round. Very, very excellent, good album. Check it out. I know you'll like it. Just check it out. Here's Open Fire. This is symphonic Montrose. Gamma, Thunder and Lightning 1 and 2 featuring Ronnie Montrose and the Lawn Sharks. It's a lawn shark. It's a lawnmower, maybe? Well, I have to figure that one out. 1, Rock This Way, Standard Rock. 2, I'm Alive, Tron Like Disco. 3, Razor King, Like Bad Company's Shooting Star, but which came first? I'll check. 4, No Tears, synthesizers, but only a little. 5, Solar Heat, Ready for Action. This is pure space prog. 6, Wish I Was, Solar Heat, RFA's best cut. Both Gamma albums, save the best for last. Gamma 2, Main Streak, Standard Rock. 4, Horseman, pre-Metallica, and a great cut. 3, Dirty City, This Ain't Journey. Singer sounds like Paul Rodgers a bit. If you want to sound like Paul Rodgers, just ask him to sing for you. I'm pretty sure he'll do it. Something in the Air, that's the Thunderclap Newman cover. Very cool. The drums are excellent for you drummers out there. 6, Cat on a Leash. That really reminds me of my friend Neil. Lived next to my girlfriend Kathy. Used to take his cat for a walk, and Kathy would look out the window and watch him do that and tell me about it later on. She thought it was funny. I guess it was a little funny, Neil. Why take a cat on a leash? You're not going to teach it to, not use a Well, we won't get into that. Let's get into 1987. Mean. Ronnie is now on my list of favorite guitarists. Should I say who they are? Well, okay. Ronnie Montrose, Bert Jansch, Richard Thompson, Gary Newman. Yes, he was a guitarist. Johnny Ramone, Leo Kottke, Jim Messina, Muddy Waters, Robert Johnson, Steve Morse, John Cipollina, Randy Rhoads, Mick Ronson, Steve Hillage, Kerry Livgren, John McLaughlin, Pat Metheny, Eric Clapton, Steve Stills, David Gilmour, Jimi Hendrix, Jimmy Page, and Steve Howe. And not in that order. You put them in your order and listen to them. I'm more positive now about Sammy Hagar. I've lost interest in Van Halen when David Lee Roth left. I guess I already said that. Why say it again? Ronnie Montrose, man. Wow, what a career. Sad way to go. He deserved so much more. Thanks for being with me on Mid-Rock Crisis.